Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to the Nectar of Bhagavatam series. In this series, we try to relish one particular verse of Srimad Bhagavatam in every video. So today's verse is the verse spoken by none other than Sri Prahlad Maharaj to Narsimhadev, and the verse goes like this: Yanmaithunadi gruhamedhi sukham hituchham kanduyanena karayoriva dukkha dukkham तृप्यन्ति नेह कृपणा बहुदुःखभाजा कण्डूतिवन्मनसिजं विषहेत धीरः. So the verse is so full of meaning. It is mentioned that Krishna Sama Bhagavata Vibhu Sarvashare Prati Shloke Prati Akshare Nana Akshar Nana Artha Koy. In every word and in every syllable there is so much nectar and so much meaning stored. So we'll try to churn little bit of that nectar. So yan maithunadi gruhamedi sukham hituchham. First we will understand brief meaning and then we will elaborate. The happiness of the sexual attraction that is experienced is extremely trivial, and gruhamedi sukhami tuchham, it's very cheap. Kanduyanena karoyoriva dukkha dukkham, it is a source of misery like that of the itch that occurs on the skin. And trupyanti neha krupana bahudukha bhaja, despite engaging in these activities, the foolish people do not become satisfied. And kandutivan manasijam vishaheta dhiraha, it is rooted in mind only, this sensual attraction or urge, and one needs to tolerate this urge. If intelligent person will tolerate this urge. So let's dive deep into this verse. Yan maithunadi gruhamedi sukham. So the word maithunadi means beginning with sensual attraction, means headed by sensual attraction. All sense gratification begins with this particular urge. And if this urge is properly engaged in Krishna's service, like Krishna says, Dharma viruddha bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava, then it leads to purification and it is spiritualized. But Prahlad Maharaj is talking about gruhamedi sukham. That means somebody who is irresponsibly enjoying uh, this sensual life. So that is, Prahlad Maharaj is trying to disillusion us, saying that this happiness is tuchham. That means it's very cheap. It's available for cats and dogs and hogs also. So we should not be too much enamored by it, not make too much hype about it, because it's simply uh, a, a cheap happiness that is available for in other species also. Uh, so Kanduyanena karayoriva dukkha dukkham. Yet it is dukkha dukkham. Even if it is cheap, somebody may say, okay, fine, cheap, but it is happiness at least. So he says, no, dukkha dukkham, not just dukkham, dukkha dukkham. Means misery after misery. So this engagement of irresponsibly satisfying this urge will lead to one misery after another misery, one health problem after another health problem, sometimes financial problem. The lifespan will be reduced. The good qualities like shyness will leave our personality, and many misfortune will fall upon us. So all this dukkha dukkham, one misery leading to another misery. And it is compared to karayoriva dukkha dukkam. It is compared to itch. So why it is compared to itch? Because itch is only skin deep. Yeah. So the pleasure is skin deep, but the misery is heart deep. So that is the meaning which is implied here. And trupyanti neha krupana, despite doing all that, trupyanti neha, nobody is ever satisfied by engaging in it. Naiha, even within this life, yeah, what to speak of having a good future. Even in this life, one will not be satisfied. Trupyanti neha krupana. Kurupana means foolish people. They are enamored by it. So many times I have been deceived by this sense gratification, yet I am again following it like a fool. Yeah, like that in English, there is one saying which says that fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like because I have trusted you again. So shame on me if you could fool me twice. So that's what we have to say to Maya. That's what we have to say lust. So those who are after satisfying lusty desires, um, Truppanti Neha Krupana. Despite engaging in that, just like in Hindi, there is one kind of proverb which goes like this: "Jaad bhi gayi aur ped bhi nahi mara." Yeah, so which means that there is a small anecdote behind it. So one may compromise to obtain something, but one loses both the things, loses on both sides. So it's a lose lose situation. So we gave up our spiritual freedom to enjoy this triple happiness. So we lost on our spiritual freedom, and at the same time the nature of material world is that it will never make us happy. So we lose here also, we lose here, we lose here, to the both ends we lose. So truppanti neha krupana bahu dukha bhaja. Interesting. Bahudukha Bhaja means all varieties of miseries. So if there is one particular misery which is a result of irresponsibly satisfying the lusty urge, then probably we may get comfortable with it. Like certain times we become comfortable with certain types of miseries, like some chronic disease that we have, we settle with it, or some particular permanent disability somebody may be having, one becomes comfortable with it. But bahu dukha bhajam, no, you, I will not let us be comfortable with one sort of misery only. Also she will make sure that we are constantly struggling, constantly undergoing misery. So bahu dukha bhaja. So Kandutivan Manasijam Vishaheta Dhira. One should know that this misery is like itching of. So the good perfect solution for an itch is apply some medicine which cools it down, which heals it, not scratch it. By scratching it, it becomes worse and worse and worse, and sometimes the blood comes oozes out from it, and it becomes wound becomes worsened. So Kanduti Manasijam, one should know that it is just my mind. It is not coming from my soul. It is coming from my mind. The soul has only one desire, to please Krishna. That is perverted through mind, uh, and manifests as lusty desires. So how does one treat one's itch? Is by neglecting it, applying the medicine, and engaging one's mind somewhere else, so that one doesn't scratch it. With small children, a, a cloth or something is tied around their wound so that they don't scratch it. So we have rules and regulations, and at the same time we absorb our mind in Krishna's service, so that by Krishna's empowerment we are able to tolerate it. Dhiraha, one becomes dhiraha only when one is blessed by Krishna. So but even till then, Vishaheta dhiraha. One should at least theoretically be convinced that by gratifying it, it is not going to be cured, but by tolerating it, tolerating uh, by the conviction in scriptures, tolerating by the blessings of Guru, tolerating by the positive engagement in Krishna consciousness. So then a person becomes dhira, and then it's easy to control, or rather transcend, control and transcend this urge. So this was some glimpse of this uh, beautiful verse that we heard today. And Krishna willing, we will meet again. Till then, have a very nice Krishna conscious day. Hare Krishna.